Well, today I'm so happy to be with you to study the Word of God together. Today our most important subject is the Bible being our guide. We can't live the Christian life without the Word of God, and it gives us His commands and His love and shows us His overwhelming love for us. So, love has to communicate. And when God created man, He communicated with him. And as a result, we have the Bible, the Word of God, our one sure guide in an unsure world. As someone has said, it is the heart of God in the words of God Himself. In Psalms 119, it says the Word of God is called the law of the Lord, the testimony of the Lord, His statutes, His commandments, His judgments. And the Word of God's a lamp to our feet and a light for our pathway. So we can't miss it if we follow the Word of God. It teaches us to pray, to study His Word, to live His Word daily. Verse 16 says, I delight in your decrees. I will not neglect your word. That's a promise that we make to the Lord. And I pray today that this will make us even more aware of the importance of studying the Word of God and reading the Word of God. Psalms 119 and 41 says, May your unfailing love come to me, O Lord, your salvation according to your promise that is in your word. We are told to walk in the word, learn it, take heed to it, to hide it in our hearts, to rejoice in it, to meditate in it, to delight in it. Here again, the key points are to keep and obey the Word of God, the Bible. Verse 49 says, Remember your word to your servant, O God, for you have given me hope. Psalm 68 says, You are good, and what you do is good. Teach me your decrees. I keep your precepts with all my heart, but I delight in your law. The Word of God keeps us from being ashamed. When hidden in our hearts, it keeps us from sinning against God. And it revives us, it refreshes us when our souls need refreshing and restoring. It teaches us the fear of the Lord and enables us to walk in liberty and freedom. It comforts and guides us in wisdom and understanding. Verse 62 through 64 says, I will not forget your law. At midnight, I rise up to give you thanks for your righteous laws. I am a friend to all who fear you, to all who follow your precepts. The earth is filled with your love, O Lord. Teach me your decrees. Verse 72, the law of your mouth is more precious to me than thousands of pieces of silver and gold. The Word of God must be the most precious thing in our life because it instructs us on how to live, how to rear our families, how to guide us in our words at the marketplace or wherever our world may take us. And then verse 72 says, the law from your mouth is more precious than silver and gold, as we mentioned earlier. How precious is the Word of God. I pray that we will be more mindful and more aware of how precious His Word. Sometimes don't think I'm a fanatic, but sometimes I just want to kiss His Word because it's so precious to me. The law from your word, Lord, is more precious than thousands and thousands of pieces of silver and gold. If you have a need, come to Him. Come to His Word just as you are. Open it up and search the Scriptures. One place it says, and you will see that in them you have the true life, the life that the Lord would have you to live. So I hope today that you are reminded, and that I'm reminded of how precious the Word of God is in our pathway and in our life. We can't live it without the living Word in us and abiding with us and guiding us. So truly the Bible is our guide for the Christian life. God bless you today. And if you need Him, come to Him and His Word, and He will save, He'll forgive, He'll give life more abundantly. God bless you today.